I'm Ashlee Hamon, and I'm a professional wedding and portrait photographer here in Tampa. My high school years is when all of the point and shoots came out, and we would get a new one every year. I just became like the family photographer. And then when I got to college, I took art classes, and I was just really loving the idea of photography as a career. Everything that you see, advertisements, your own memories, is all photos. And so I really pictured myself doing that. And I think what has kept me in wedding photography is the variety. I couldn't choose a certain genre of things to photograph. So a wedding day is perfect. You're inside, outside, daytime, nighttime, you're dealing with people, you're directing them, you're catching the fly on the wall moments, you're doing stuff, you're making things pretty, the adrenaline rush. It's just really wonderful. And then at the end of it, you've made people really, really happy, and you've given them something that they can hold on to. I think I always had the idea in my head, especially in college when I was doing art. I really loved ceramics and painting, but I never wanted a paycheck from those. Those were for me and a more self-expression for fun type of art form. But photography, I always thought I could do both with. I could make it a career and also really explore it as an art form. So I kind of always had that as my plan. But I was definitely discouraged after graduation, and it took me a long time to get it started. But once I decided to actually pick up my camera and keep practicing, and I started to actually be out there photographing, then I had the realization that I was ready to make it a business and to start going in that direction wholeheartedly and not just like for friends on the side. I think the biggest challenge in running your own business for me, it's been responsibility. Being able to juggle everything. You're an accountant, you're customer service, you're the artist. There's a lot of moving parts. And so I think just being able to balance out your life and your business and all the responsibilities in both places has been the biggest struggle. Because I feel like you can really put 100% into the business, and then your personal life suffers, and then if you take too much time away, then the business suffers. So I think finding that balance of what needs to get done and making sure you're building in space for yourself to keep being creative and giving the best customer service and not getting overwhelmed is the linchpin in the whole thing. One of my biggest goals for this year is to have a larger studio space. I'm really looking forward to being able to take on bigger projects with a better scope of work, and to be able to actually store the right equipment and have just the right dedicated space for photo shoots. Right now, my space has been serving me really well, but it is sort of a make-it-work situation with the size, and I'm really not able to kind of spread out and really make the work that I am dreaming of. So I would really love to find a new, fresh space this year. Most recently, the album that I have loved the most and that's really been influencing me, and I'm so late to the party, but it's the Lemonade album from Beyonce. It took me way too long to finally see the visual album and to listen to the whole album, and it just really gets me pumped up. Even just listening to it, I can see all the visuals from the video, and I just find it so beautiful and ethereal, and it just really gets me pumped. My personal style and my photography style actually go hand in hand, which I think is nice and effortless. I was really interested in defining my style even more last year, and I did a workshop from a really amazing photographer named Yan Palmer. It's called Teeth Kiss, and it really gives you prompts and worksheets on how to figure out what your aesthetics are, and more importantly why they are, so that you can purposely go and recreate them in your work and explore them more. So after doing that, I realized that my style, which is vibrant, colorful, there's a lot of contrast and a lot of emotion. Like, I like my images to have an emotive quality, whether it's happy or sad, romantic or silly. I want the colors and the emotion to both be there. And so in doing that workshop, I realized that I'm drawn to those aesthetics because of like a childhood love of cartoons, and I grew up with Disney. It's really funny to kind of have put that piece together and realize that the imagery that I grew up with is really kind of what I create. It's very larger than life. I love to saturate the color and to really bring that emotion through. My favorite movie of all time is Beetlejuice. I love it. I love all of Tim Burton's movies, but that one is my favorite, all-time favorite movie. It's funny, It's beautiful. The sets and the design and the style is so unique and interesting. It is colorful, a lot of contrast. I just really love it. The whimsy is there. There is a real, fun story, and it's just really funny, and I love it so much. The biggest misconception I think about photography is that it's just a click, like just real quick, just quick, take a picture. Yes, at the end of the day, it is pushing the shutter, and that is this fast, but so much more goes into creating a beautiful image. It takes, assessing the light, thinking about your backgrounds, creating the moment. A lot more goes into trying to achieve a certain look than just a click. And so I would love for people to respect that more and to actually be a part of that process and want to invest in making the best click happen. So when I have sessions, I include hair and makeup. I think that's really important. We talk about style, we talk about locations and why we're choosing these things so that it creates a more vivid story, and that the image at the end of the day, at the end of the click, is so much better and has more information and more emotion in it. The advice I would give to someone that is looking to start their own photography business is to just do it. Get out there, pick up your camera and do it. Don't let the idea that the market is saturated or there's too many people or that your point of view isn't unique enough get in your way. Because everybody can tell a story, and it takes taking pictures, making bad pictures, until things start to click and come together and you can actually execute the vision that you have in your head and have it in the image that you're creating. So just do it. Just get out there, get started. You're going to learn so much, and you're going to be able to offer something that only you can.